I never thought that a guy whose name was Pirate Software would be the guy that would unite us all and bring us together and would play the villain in the role of something like video game preservation and video game ownership, but it's 2025 and here we are. So if you don't know already, I'll give you the TLDR, is that Stop Killing Games is a movement. It's been out for a long time. It's trying to get 1 million signatures. It's basically about exactly what it sounds like, stop killing games. But it's a little bit more nuanced and complicated, which is why I think there's people taking sides in the first place. Stop Killing Games is exactly like I said. It's about stop killing games. It's about game ownership. It's about companies not being able to sell us something and then take it away after. If I buy something and I give you the money for it, I should be able to own it. And there should at least be some kind of expiry date on it if that isn't the case. You shouldn't just be able to sell me something and at any time or any given point be able to remove it away from me. If I gave you the money, then there should be at least some kind of agreement. So I need on paper, some way, in some form, that if I give you this money, I'm going to own this product forever, or I'm going to own this product until such and such date, in which case I guess it's just a license. But at that point, I need to know it is. Stop Killing Games, bro, they already fucking killed the games. The games died when physical media started dying. The games died when you got a box for your game and inside came a little piece of paper with a code that said, here's how you go online to download your game. Stop Killing Games, they killed our games. Physical media is down less and less year over year over year. Digital games are up. It's only old guys like us, 30 plus, or YouTubers who need something to talk about that actually care about physical media going away. You ask any of these young people, if I go ask my niece right now, how do you feel about them not selling CDs anymore? Well, it's pretty easy to just buy the game on Xbox right there online. That's their answer. They don't care. They don't understand the preservation. They don't understand the game ownership. They don't care about any of that because they were brought up in a space where digital ownership was the way things were. When we grew up, we had physical games and we had our games and we were able to see the transition of what's happened from then till now. But they don't have that. So if you get further and further down in the generation, it's going to be less and less cared about, which is why this movement is so important in the first place, because otherwise these big companies are just going to be able to keep taking advantage of us. But I mean, you want to preserve games? The way you do it is with physical. Okay, well then how do you preserve live service games? Well, you just give us the fucking servers or give us the code to the game once all is said and done. If you're done making money off of it and you're ready to shut it down, that means you've done. You've milked your cow and you don't want to have nothing to do with it anymore. You're ready to move on. There's no more money to be made there. If you were going to shut down your server, that means there's no money you were going to make from that point forward. So who cares what happens to it after that? Let other people take over it. Let other people do what they want with it. Make some kind of agreement with these live service games where, yes, if they shut down, then the servers or whatever code gets sent on to the next people. And if that's a problem, because then those people can take that and monetize it, and now you've shut your game down essentially, and other people are now taking it and making money off of it, well, then you probably didn't do such a great job of doing it yourself and making money off that game yourself, and at that point you should probably move on anyways. Like I said, it's really nuanced, and I kind of get why people are taking sides and having a little bit of pushback, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's about us owning our games, man. Just sign the papers. The part why I don't understand and where I get confused is you see all the biggest creators making talks and making videos about, hey, we need to stop killing games. We need everybody to sign this. And if you look at how much signatures it's gotten in the last couple days, just that alone is crazy, the amount it's grown. But the fact that we even needed all these creators to come out in the first place to do this is insane to me. Or the fact that on day one, it didn't get 1 million signatures. So here's the answer to the question at the beginning of the video. Why is the physical media dying, and why do we have to do all this stop killing game stuff in the first place? And what started all this? We did. We traded comfortability for ownership. We traded convenience for ownership. That's what happened. And we're all guilty of it. When you see something like Steam have a sale, a summer sale, mind you, and everything you like and all the games on your wish list are 50% off, 70% off, 30% off of an $80 game, still brings it down to now a reasonable cost. I mean, who doesn't want to buy that? Me, someone who advocates for physical media so much, and I have multiple videos talking about why physical media is important. am the biggest hypocrite of them all. I am consistently on Steam buying games and being like, ooh, when I get a little email that says this game on your wish list is now 70% off. I'm like, well, at that point, it's the convenience and the price that I'm trading for the ownership, because it's like, do I really even care? I'm going to pay $8 for this game and I'm going to play it. Maybe I'll play it twice and then I'm going to forget about it. If I want to go back and play it at some other time and it's not there, it's like, well, I've kind of got my money's worth, I feel like, at that price. But that's not the right mentality either. It doesn't matter what I paid. I should own that game if I paid for it. So just like me is the wrong mentality, and having the wrong mentality is the problem that everyone else has. It's why this is happening. We're literally trading convenience for ownership, and it happened a long time ago. And when they realized that, that's when they started pushing back on physical stuff and physical media, and why the new game systems don't even come with disk drives. It's going away, and the two are very much linked. Physical media and the Stop Killing Games movement, essentially, they're very interconnected if you don't realize they are. Stop Killing Games is about stop killing games, but if you look at physical media, that's where the games are. Having all your game right there on a disc or something like GOG with the no DRM, that's where it is. That's what you need to have, the ownership. And when we stopped doing that and we started trading in that for Steam summer sales and, oh, this game shut down, but oh well, and we started just being complacent about it all, that's when it happened. And it's not going to stop. It's too far gone. Like, we can get these million signatures, which I'm praying we do, because at least it'll be some kind of a step in the right direction, or it'll be a pushback or some kind of a shield that's there for a little bit longer to protect us from the inevitable future of this all digital, you don't own anything and you'll be okay with it. But, that's what I'm saying. How many people actually care? There's the answer to why is this all happening in the first place? Because nobody cares. Because we pretend like we care, and some of us might actually care. But at the end of the day, it's a million signatures. You're telling me we couldn't get a million signatures? Let's say everything goes all digital and we get this Stop Killing Games movement initiated and moved forward, and then we get next ones and next steps, and we start building in the right direction. So, okay, what would be the optimal digital future? Everything is DRM free, and when you buy something, you own it. And if it's a live service game, it has to come with some kind of a contract that says either A, you own this game with no DRM, B, you're renting this game and here's the rental price and it's a forever contract until we decide to shut it down, or C, here's the date when we plan to choose to shut this down by, and we promise that you will have it at least for this amount of time, or you get your money back. The future is scary, man, and I get why video games are going down this road, because it seems like everything in our life is going down this road. But there's your answer. Why is this even a thing, or why are we even having to deal with this in the first place? Because nobody actually cares, because we're all loud and we all care when people are making us care. But even think about the petition. How many of the people are just signing it because their favorite creator told them to do so and left a link in the description? How many are actually going to be advocates for, actual physical media or actual live service games not just being yanked away from you, or actual Stop Killing Games, or any of the stuff that movement stands for? Because it's a lot more than just the couple little things I've briefly touched on here in this video. How many people are just signing it because PewDiePie came out and was like, hey, man, you guys should sign this? Or someone like Moist Critical came out and was like, hey, this is important. And those guys have done a great job, and I'm not trying to downplay anything they're doing. It's amazing, and I'm really happy that this has kind of a light on it. It's better than no light, a spotlight on the things that are happening. Whether or not even it comes through and we're successful is cool, that at least there's some kind of eyes on this problem. But at the end of the day, nobody cares. They really don't. You go ask anybody under 30, anybody that grew up with a digital system, anybody that grew up with started with a system where there was already an online store, very few of them care about physical media. There's a lot of them, and the people who watch this video and the people who watch these kind of videos, it'll feel like, no, man, a lot of us care about physical media. You do not understand the echo chamber and bubble we're in if that's the case. The majority of people, they do not watch videos on YouTube about gaming or problems in the video game industry. The majority of people that play video games just look at a game. They're like, yeah, that looks cool. Okay, that's what it costs. Okay, I'm going to buy it. They don't care about how long do I own it for. Oh no, if I bought a digital, is it going to go away? Is everything included on the disc, or do I still have to download additional data? So therefore the physical copy I own isn't actually complete, and therefore I don't actually own the game. Do you think they think that deep? They're just like, no, cool game. I want to buy this and play this. And that's fine. They shouldn't have to think so deep into it. But that's the point. The fact that regular consumers are just getting fucked and not realizing it is the problem, you know? So I know in Europe, they even have a thing on Steam now where I think it doesn't even say bought purchase anymore. It says something closer to like, not rent, obviously, but something along those lines of when you go to buy a game on there. It's like you are purchasing a license. So, you know, I don't know. The two are so muddled and such a separate topic too, but and I'm muffling them together, the stop killing games movement and the please stop letting physical media die movement. But at the end of the day, they're very linked. Physical media is where the games are. And when the physical media started dying, that's when the games started dying. And that's when these companies realized, oh, we don't actually have to keep our games online. We don't actually have to keep our games around. If we keep it on long enough and they got their money's worth, that's good enough. But who decides when I get my money's worth? You, the person selling it to me? That doesn't seem like a smart idea. So, you know, this own nothing and be happy future that we're heading to is kind of scary, but there's easy ways to fight back against it. And then, like I said, I didn't think that a guy named Pirate Software would be the guy to unite us all, but, you know, and not be a record for or advocate for preservation and all the rest. But it's 2025, like I said, and here we are. So anyways, that's my take on all this. The link in the description below for the Stop Killing Games movement, please take a minute to go sign it. If you clicked on this video, that means you have at least somewhat of a minute interest or understanding of what's going on, or want to at least. So take a second and sign that. Share it with anybody else who you think can. And that's it. All right. I really appreciate you guys watching me. This is such a topic that I could talk about literally for just hours and hours. So expect to hear more from me, not even necessarily about the Stop Killing Games movement, but just about this physical media going away in general stuff, because, you know, I tried to kind of stop talking about it for a little bit, but this has kind of brought it out of me again. I don't like where the digital future is right now, and there needs to be some serious changes. And I think in the meantime, and at least right now, that the Stop Killing Games movement is the best way to kind of keep a good army and a good shield in front of the fucking inevitable wave of BS that's going to come in the future. And yeah, so anyways, keep fighting for, you know, owning your games. Keep doing what you got to do to own your games. Sail the seas when you have to, I guess. Do I have to cut that part out? Am I allowed to say that? I'm just talking about going on a boat trip. Nothing wrong with that, right?